Like, look how he carries it. That's crazy. Wow, wow. Delhi, what a city. "33 million citizens." Oh my God! Where do I begin? Delhi, a city that defies definition, where every moment is a story waiting to be told. It's a place where history and modernity coexist, and every street is a colorful chapter that will explode all your senses. If we don't know each other yet, hi, I'm Rita and I'm excited to share the best impressions of this magical city and tell you all about the best things to do and see. We have arrived in India and I could not be more excited to explore this beautiful and such a diverse country. Our first stop is Delhi and today is our first day, so I'm super excited to kick off the sightseeing. And for that, we are jumping right into one of these, a tuk-tuk. First time in a tuk-tuk! These iconic three-wheeled vehicles are not just a mode of transportation. They are a part of the heart and soul of Delhi. They are like a symphony of the city's heartbeat, orchestrating the daily rhythm of life. There's no way that taking your first tuk-tuk in Delhi will not leave you speechless but excited. Oh my God! It is potentially at this point that I'm starting to realize that India will not be just another trip. India will become my most favorite country to travel to so far. I'm so excited to be here, oh my God, it's amazing! And as we walk to our first sightseeing spot of the day, a school class just gave us the nicest welcome to the warmest Indian culture, with so many hellos being said. Hello! Just a quick tuk-tuk ride away, we have arrived at the famous India Gate and it is more impressive in person than I've seen it on many pictures so far. Absolutely beautiful! This iconic monument, located in the heart of New Delhi, stands as a symbol of national pride and sacrifice. The majestic structure, inspired by the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, was built to remember the Indian soldiers who lost their lives in World War I. The India Gate is surrounded by lush lawns and has become a popular gathering place for both locals and tourists, offering a more peaceful place amidst the hustle and bustle of India's capital city. Before I knew it, I found myself surrounded by a group of enthusiastic kids, all eager to snap selfies with me. The attention was both flattering and slightly awkward though. Their smiles reminded me that India is a place where connections happen spontaneously and cultural exchanges unfold with every photo. I equally had my camera out. So, as I stood at the India Gate, surrounded by my newfound friends, I couldn't help but appreciate the warmth and hospitality that make this country so special.
How was it?
So cool! Suddenly kids want to take pictures with me. When is that happening?
In Hanoi.
First impressions of India are mind-blowing. Everything is huge. There are so many people. It's loud, chaotic, fun and colorful. Everything in a very positive way. And while I'm processing all my impressions, we are off to our next destination. The way we are commuting in India is by hiring a tuk-tuk. You can either hire it on the Uber app or just catch one on the street if you agree on the price. And that's it, you just drive, you have fresh air here coming through your non-existent door or window, but the experience is awesome. I mean, I'm here in the middle of the street basically. The next destination that we've arrived to is simply magical. It's so beautiful, look at that. It's absolutely majestic. After the India Gate, we have come to the Humayun's tomb, which is this beauty behind me, and it is fully stunning. I promise you that. Just being here and walking through the arch, seeing it for the first time, it will blow your mind. And in fact, this is actually a mini Taj Mahal, because the inspiration for the Taj Mahal came from this building right here. And it is positioned in this garden all around it. I've read on Wikipedia that it was the first tomb that was created in such a garden setting in India, which is quite impressive. And it is so photogenic. From every angle that you walk around here, you will find such beautiful spots, and that is exactly what I headed out to do. Take lots of pictures around this beautiful monument and its stunning color compositions. If I had more time, I would simply sit and stare on it for a few good hours. If you think about it, this 16th century masterpiece, declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is more than just a monument. It's a living testament to the rich history of India's past. Its stunning blend of Persian and Indian design, featuring intricate red sandstone and marble craftsmanship, continues to amaze its visitors, back from the 16th century until today. But Humayun's tomb isn't just about awe-inspiring architecture. It's also a serene oasis of gardens and water channels. Strolling through that beauty is technically a mini escape from Delhi's busy roads. Talking about Delhi's busy roads, we are on one right now, and just look at the skills you need to have here as a driver to make it from A to B without dying. We have finished our sightseeing tour for today. We are exhausted and a little bit jet lagged, but now we are looking for some food and we are walking the streets, and it is insane. There are shops over shops over shops, and next to you always the fun of the road. While driving without dying is a skill, try crossing the road without dying. Not only is the traffic insane, but you also have cars suddenly coming from the other direction. With that being said, I couldn't care less how many more times I would need to practice crossing the roads with confidence. I still can't believe that I'm actually walking the streets of Delhi. We came across this market here where literally everything is being sold, from clothes to things to souvenirs, and as you walk around here, you're kind of scared to stop and talk to someone, because once you do that, that's it, there's no getting back from it anymore. And it's massive. I mean, it's huge. There's so many places. By that point, we walked up a good appetite for some delicious Indian food. Luckily, we stumbled upon this super nice restaurant that felt like they knew exactly what they are doing. And wow, it did not disappoint in any way. Struggling to choose a dish to eat because I love Indian food, but what I know is the Western food, and here there is so much more selection, so I have no idea what to take, but I'm excited to try everything. And let's just say that when the food arrived, we weren't quite prepared for such huge portions. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna try the chickpeas. Oh wow, that's really flavorful. Hot. Wow. You can believe me when I say that we were full after this and headed straight to the hotel for a needed digestion and jet lag sleep. And just like that, it was a new day, sitting in an Uber on our way to explore. But it was not just any day. I have to say that this is probably one of my most memorable days of my life. But let me tell you how I got to this conclusion. It all started here. It's amazing! It's crazy! I cannot handle all my impressions right now. Like, everything is happening at the same time here. Thank you. No. Thank you. Wow. We just arrived at the Red Fort, which is our first destination of the day, of our second day in Delhi. It looks beautiful already, but just getting here, we drove through the old city, and oh my lord, there are so many impressions. Everything is happening, so many cars, traffic, like shops, everything. Oh my god, I'm so excited to just walk through the city later. Entry prices for foreigners are 600 rupees per person, which is usually the price that we paid for entry at every site visited. When you get to the sites, there are always tour guides here on place that offer you a walking tour for a small fee, and you can book them right here. So either you book them online previously and you have somebody with you either for one location or for the whole day, or if you're just here and you're like really curious about the place, you can take a guide, and it's quite common actually, because a lot of tourists that walk around here have a guide with them. Once you enter the Red Fort and you pass through the little security check, there will be a huge market that you can walk through before you actually get to the main attraction, and it is way more relaxed here than on the markets on the streets where people just want your attention all the time. Here you can kind of just walk through and browse a little bit more. Just as you enter the fort, the beauty of it will amaze you from all directions. Thinking about it, the Red Fort in Delhi historically played a crucial role in the Mughal Empire. It was constructed in the 17th century and served as the main residence of Mughal emperors. The fort symbolized the shift of the Mughal capital from Agra, where the Taj Mahal is, to Delhi, and served as the seat of political power and official ceremonies. Today it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and that for a good reason. So beautiful here, everything. Look at the compositions between the architecture and the nature behind it, and you have to imagine this was built like hundreds of years ago, and just the way it was built, everything looks so beautiful until this day. There is a combination of different architectural styles from different time areas and influences, and in fact the inspiration for the Taj Mahal was partly also taken from this complex here. I love the level of beautiful details, like look at the balcony. What's the purpose of that balcony? Was somebody standing on it? And then you walk over here and then you have like little flowers carved out, and again on a balcony, and all of it together just looks absolutely magical. It looks like a fairy tale place. And just like that, I found new picture friends.
You famous?
As it is with most sites, it gets pretty packed the later it is in the afternoon. We, for example, came around 11 AM and there was no queue to enter. Right now it's 2 PM and there is a pretty long queue, so if you want to have the place to yourself, come earlier. As we get closer to the road and outside of the site, it gets louder, the traffic, the honking, you can hear it, and more people are there. So right now when we will exit, I'm gonna film what will happen. Here we go, we exit towards the gate, and now the fun begins. To cross the street. Let's see if we can make it. First follow the locals.
Make one half?
Half done. Second half. Trying to cross the road. We did it! Almost. Let's pass this one. And done. We're on the other side. Not difficult. Wow! Delhi, and the streets here are insane. This is what I imagined India to look like, and I love it. The only thing is, if you walk in the central streets, there are lots of people talking to you and offering you a ride, so that becomes a little bit difficult. But if you go into one of these little side streets, you can actually just enjoy walking around here, and it's amazing. Where we are walking right now is technically a three-way street. You have vehicles coming in both directions and then also some space for pedestrians, and sometimes people just come from all directions and you're just trying to see what's happening and where to walk, where it's overwhelming a bit, like look how he carries it. That's crazy. There are no words that can actually describe what is happening in Old Delhi when you walk through the streets. It's really something you should experience for yourself. There are so many impressions right now. I struggle to focus on the shops and their content actually because it's so overwhelming to just walk here and be like surrounded by all these things, all these shops, and how it looks and how packed it is. Many people take a ride here, but honestly, if you just walk for yourself, you will be way more amazed by what you can see and find here. If you just go left and right whenever there is an opportunity and you go into one of the side streets, it's awesome, honestly. There are so many shops, there are so many food places, so many colors and smells. Everything is insane, and just the traffic to walk around here, you're basically always competing with at least cars, motorcycles and people carrying around their goods, and you just try to walk around as a pedestrian. It's on a whole other level. The market here is honestly like a maze. You go left, right, and you have no idea where you are. You have no idea how to get out. You just walk forever, and everything looks the same. And actually, you feel like you're just walking deeper and deeper into the market. There are shops over shops over shops. It feels like there are like billions of them. And we found a quiet corner, this beautiful street and colorful houses over here, and then over there is back the market where we're gonna go head out right now. But you can find hidden gems like this one if you're just open to walk through the maze and just get lost a little bit. After walking around for a while, it was time for me to also do some shopping in this market, starting with some beautiful bangles that would stay with me every day throughout my time in India. Do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe this one?
150 रुपए का।
What do you think? It's nice?
Take it.
Let's get it. Cool, I'll take this. 150 rupees. I actually changed my mind at this point and got these ones, and by this time I also figured out how to get my hand in and out of them safely.
It's 150.
150. Thank you very much. Thank you. Next, it was time for a scarf. I wish it was a cashmere one, but it was the simplest material instead, and I don't mind at all. For sure though, there is a huge selection here. I got a scarf in a very beautiful color. Let me dress again with my shoes. I have to remove. Walking through the heart of Old Delhi, there is an unmistakable timelessness, where every turn reveals a new story. This place isn't just a destination, it's an incredible feeling that is just like no other. We now went on a rickshaw bicycle. This young man is helping us get through the city and to the spice market, which is really cool because it gives you a little bit of a slower pace and just allows you to look and not worry about where you step onto and what the traffic is like, and you sit and you can just enjoy it. Old Delhi or Chandi Chowk area is basically separated into different markets. So if you want to buy some shoes, you go to one market. If you want to buy a nice sari, you go to a different market. But even with the rickshaw bicycle, you can't get everywhere and have to walk some sections. Luckily, the driver of our bicycle turned into a guide and not only showed us the way, but also shared some interesting facts along the way. You cannot miss Asia's largest spice market. It is actually Asia's largest spice market. It's insane to think about it. But the closer we get to it and the more we walk here through Chandi Chowk, I already start coughing here. It gets pretty tough. The black pepper and other smells. And this humble entrance right here was exactly where we were headed. I think I saw this on many reels. Wow! Wow, 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 wow. We're in the spice market now. It's so cool. Wow, it goes straight to your throat here. Oh my lord, look at that. Wow. It's very, very spicy here. You smell all the different spices. It goes. That's so cool. You can see everything from here. This market was established in the 17th century by the Mughals and has a vibrant history that's as rich as its spices. Its role is so special as it is a spice hub that not only caters to local culinary traditions, but also exports these precious spices worldwide. Beyond spices, you will discover dried fruits, grains and herbs, making it a one-stop destination for food shopping. What I also loved was the market's second-floor balcony, overlooking not only the spices around, but also giving a glimpse into the lives of the people that work here day in and out. It was so authentic, just as if we took a time machine through centuries. And where else can you get that feeling? As we were leaving the spice market, we saw this shop that was divided into two shops actually, but on a horizontal level. Try the chai masala from this shop over here. So excited. So where do I order?
You just tell them we will give you one.
So cool. There's like a full-on shop down there. You like it? Yeah. Very tasty. Very tasty? First taste test. It's insanely hot, honestly. That's why you get 2 cups. So the chai from this place, I'm really scared to curl it. Oh wow, it's so sweet and it's so flavorful. But it's very, very sweet. Oh, I love it. It's really good. You really feel the chai spices. And it's just really cool that it's served right here. 10 rupees for one.
Really, really good. It's from the spice market.
There are monkeys climbing around at the spice market right here. So cool. They're trying to find some food. That is really cool that I just walk next to you. From this point onwards, we just kept walking further and further beyond the spice market, which turned out to be even more interesting as an area to experience. Look at the color of these veggies, these carrots and the beans. Oh my lord. I wish I could taste all of that. Not only did we see horse-drawn carriages, but also encountered cows being completely unchained and free on the streets. You have to imagine, this is an insanely busy area with thousands of people and hundreds of vehicles at any given point, and suddenly animals being there as well. Later in our journey through India, this became kind of a common sight, but here in Old Delhi, it was mind-blowing. This is another level of impressions added right here. And it was exactly at this moment that I realized. I have to say that this is probably one of my most memorable days of my life. This market is out of this world. You have to come here to experience this for yourself.
What are you buying?
2 coffees. Oh wow, look at this one. Interesting. It's very cool coffee. I'm not sure what's on top there. It's very hot. Where should we stand? It's very, very foamy. It looks a bit like a mix between chai and coffee. Really good place. And they actually have really good food. It looks delicious. Name? Now with the coffee, we have another energy boost. monkeys that we saw already previously, but now I saw that they actually have kind of a flat and they live up there. It was time for some very well needed food, and we came across this restaurant, which turned out to be a chain and was super affordable and delicious. Ordered the food here, that's where you pay as well, then you get this invoice and then you hand it over. We got a bit too excited with ordering food and this is all we got. We didn't know how big the dishes are here, but I'm so looking forward to trying this. It looks amazing. And I wish I knew how to eat it, but unfortunately I do not have a local next to me. And this is like a bread filled with some stuffing. Not sure which one. And then I'm not sure, I guess I have to dip it into the sauce. Let's give it a try. It's so flavorful. This has a flavor by itself. This has a flavor by itself. It's awesome. And this is like a soft bread. I have no idea, but it's really good. I guess I also have to dip it. After our dinner, we decided to walk the street here a little bit during the evening, and it is still as busy as during the day. In fact, it gets even busier because you have a lot of street sellers and people just enjoying the evening, and if you walk here, you will still see the crazy fun that the streets have for themselves. After our night market experience, we tried to take some kind of vehicle back to the hotel, but it wasn't possible. The streets are packed, there are so many cars, nothing is moving. So we opted for the metro. This is our first time trying the metro in Delhi. It took us just a short while to figure out how to buy a train ticket, but once we had it, all went super smooth. Okay. The metro on our side was not packed at all. There's space even to sit at the moment, so that's totally good. And the train itself is spacious, there's room to stand and sit, and it's very ventilated. So definitely a really nice and easy experience, to be honest. To exit the metro, you have your little token and then you just throw it in. You can leave. Good morning and hello from day 3 in Delhi. Today we have visited one of the most beautiful temples in the world, in my opinion. It is the world's largest Hindu temple and it's right here in Delhi. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to take in any phones or cameras, so there is no footage that I can show myself. Potentially I can find something online from official places, but honestly, it is absolutely beautiful inside. If there is one thing you do in Delhi or in India, it has to be this temple. This is how good it is, really. Another thing to note is that the security in and around the temple is huge. When you enter, you will have to pass a security check. You will have to leave any bigger backpacks and your things in a secure cloakroom, including your phone. You cannot take it inside, but everything is very organized. As we were driving to our next sightseeing spot of the day, this right here happened. We are now stuck completely in traffic in the middle. I'm not sure how it's gonna get released, but it's like insane to see how people work with each other to release the traffic. It's like we're stuck in the middle completely. All sides around us are blocked. Spoiler alert, we did make it out. We're now on the way to see the Jama Masjid, which is Delhi's, I think, biggest mosque. Oh my god! Oh my god! Look how much street food there is here! And actually there's We saw even some chickens alive that they're gonna cook, so it's like insanely crazy. This is fun. We have come to visit Jama Masjid, one of India's largest mosques, so it is super impressive to be here. It is really a huge mosque and so much is happening here. I have been covered up more to stay modestly dressed, but be sure to dress before you come here, and the entry is 650 rupees for 2 people.
When we visited the mosque, it was probably one of the most authentic ways to do so, as there are lots of people getting ready for their prayers or kind of just being together in the space. We as guests though are not allowed to enter the actual mosque but can walk around the area, which is so special. The crazier thing though was when we exited the mosque. Look at that busyness in that area. Isn't that insane? And I still don't know why there was a goat on a leash here. If you know, please do let me know in the comments.
We're leaving this area now. I'm quite sad because it's so cool. There's so much going on here, but we have to continue to the next sightseeing spot.
To our next stop, we are back on a rickshaw.
And honestly, if you want to go from one place to another one, this is your fastest and quickest way.
Next up, we visited a Sikh temple, where we met with the tourism officer who gave us a private tour around the temple and its kitchen on a donation basis. Sikh temples are known for their tradition of offering free meals to all. This practice is rooted in the Sikh principles of selfless service, equality and community welfare. And we got to see the whole community process around the preparation of food and even got to participate in some steps.
So cool, this is a fully automatic machine. You have the dough coming in there and it gets splashed over here. And then here it's baked.
Like 800 kg.
100 kilograms of dal. 20,000 to 25,000 people eat here for free. It doesn't matter what ethnicity or religion you have, you can come here for a meal, which is impressive. Thank you.
You can try
It is like porridge, very sweet. It's really delicious, like caramel. I like it.
After having had the really cool tour in the temple, we now have roughly an hour to spend in the old city before our food tour begins. I'm super excited for that. And we have opted in to use a rickshaw, a bicycle one, to see the city. So instead of walking this time, we have a bit of a faster view on the city. And wow, we have taken rickshaws multiple times now, but this was the first time of entering Old Delhi's super tiny roads of it. The roads that we walked previously and barely could rotate in them. Driving through them seemed impossible, but yet again we were surprised of what is possible in Old Delhi. And I think driving through the tiny roads as well as walking through them are both must-do activities because they give you the real feeling of Old Delhi.
I have no idea how this lovely man is driving through the streets here. It's insane, like there's no space for anything. Not even talking about two people rickshaw.
Yeah, thinking, oh, it's accident, but nothing.
Yeah, no accidents. Wow, it's amazing. This is our traffic situation at the moment, trying to get through that deadlock. And doesn't look good, but let's see our driver. Woo! Now we push.
Yes. This was our lovely rickshaw driver that took us through the old town and the narrow streets. It was amazing, and he is a really good driver and he speaks English, so that really helps. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Our evening activity was a food tour in Delhi, which was so good. Make sure to subscribe now so you don't miss out on it, because I'm gonna show you all of the food eaten in the next video. We have woken up to a delicious hotel breakfast on our last day in Delhi. But before we head out to our next destination, we have one more must-do activity planned. Today we are visiting the Qutab Minar complex, which is UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's very beautiful. It is very ancient and there's so much to see and learn here. Rising 73 meters above Delhi, this site is a stunning example of historical beauty. Built in the 12th century with its intricate carvings and beautiful architecture within the complex, it also houses a mosque, which symbolizes one of the earliest examples of Indo-Islamic architecture in India. It really is a place with rich history and cultural fusion, and yet again another must-visit spot to visit in Delhi. To explore Qutab Minar, we have decided to take a guide, and this is the first time we have taken a guide here in Delhi, but it was a really good experience and I can recommend that. The guide has taken 500 rupees for 45 minutes, but he stayed longer with us and also helped us with many pictures because he knew the good spots, and the level of detail that we got from him and the information and the knowledge was absolutely priceless. It was time to realize that visiting this location was magical. However, our time in Delhi has come to an end, sadly, but that also means we are off to our next destination. So if you've liked this video, please like it, share it and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.